You and I have a very, very, very important job. Okay? This is how we're going to start the night. You ready? There is something so important. There's a choice that you have to make every single day of your life that has the power to potentially ruin any relationship that you've ever been a part of. Don't say it's not so. Oh, yes, I'm saying it's so. It has the power and the potential to burn every bridge that's connected to your life. It has the power to do real damage. What is this choice? It's either, no, very good, but no. It's either you are a Coca-Cola person, or you are a Pepsi person. So, choose wisely because I might not talk to you after this. Can I see a raise of hands for the Coca-Cola products? So you've been reading Leviticus. You know it's a part of God's law. It's just right. Just Pepsi products? Come on. Rizzo! I thought I knew you. You helped me find the ring. Remember last week? Pepsi! Oh, good Lord. I don't drink either one of them, but I do like Coca-Cola. I don't drink Pepsi or Coca. I used to very, very long time ago, but I don't anymore. All right, that's the first one. That's one choice. Second choice. Ice cream. Ooh. Yeah, when this is over. Get off the stage, let's go. Ice cream or gelato. Ice cream. All right, I don't want to hear comments. I'm sorry, Johan. Raise your hand for ice cream. This is hilarious. All right. Raise your hand for gelato. What is it about gelato? Gelato is it's so different. Rizzo chimed in. He's like, more fat content, right? That's good. It is. It's richer. It's nice. It's delicious. If you've never been to a little gelato place in Pines by West Fork, amazing. All right. Five Guys. Ooh, now we're treading on. Okay, I'm gonna hold on. Five Guys or The Habit. I think this is a complete landslide. But everybody, Five Guys. Let's go. I am so surprised in this. Wow. Habit? And there were some people that didn't raise their hand for either of them, so you just don't like burgers. Okay, I get that. Yeah, the best burgers are the ones you make in your backyard, but all right. All right, last one, I promise. Last one. Here we go. I'm going to get so much hate for this. Here we go. Ready? I can smell the haterade. It's coming. iPhone. Android. Ready? iPhones. You see what I'm saying? Come on, next. See what I'm saying? Look, I'm not even going to bother. You can take your cupcake, Kit Kat, ice cream bun. I don't know what it's called, whatever. Just, all right. Android. So, here's the reality. Obviously, they do have the potential to end relationships. I know people that I do get in fights with about whether gelato and ice cream are the same. Literally, we've gotten into almost fist fights. The Habit, it's like the new guy on the block, so of course he gets points for being new. Oh, hey, he's cute, he tastes good, okay, great. But honestly, it's just a little bit higher than Burger King, just a little bit. I'm just saying, I like the options, but it's just the truth. iPhone, Android, I'm not even going to get to that. But those choices are obviously choices that we make. Every day you're walking around, what are you going to drink, what are you going to eat? And you can make the wrong choice and eat horrible food. But I'm going to go to Five Guys where they actually cook burgers like the way the Bible tells you to. But there are choices in life that are a lot more important than those. And if we think about choices, they do a lot of things, right? The choices that we make shape who we are, where you're going to go to school, if you carry an inferior device like an Android, right? All that. They shape who you're going to become. What am I going to study in school? What job am I going to take? Should I interview here? Should I interview there? Should I move to this job? Should I go over here? What am I going to do? They shape who we are, who we're going to become, and they shape who people perceive you to be. Now that is scary, right? So there are choices that you make every single day, and there's people watching you make the choices, and because of those choices, they're letting you know, like, wow, this guy has an Android. He does not have any brain cells. It's just the way it is. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's true. All right, so, but here's the thing. There are real choices or wrong choices. They do have the power to destroy. They could destroy who you represent. They destroy your heritage, your family lineage. You could do all types of damage if you make the wrong choices. We can choose to honor God in the situation that you're in, or not. Right? We can choose to pay attention in class, or not, even though you paid for it. And I never understood that. Like, you pay hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars, and then you're just like, I'm just going to fail it. It's cool. I got money. Don't worry. You know? Financial aid's got my back. I don't think so. Right? We can choose to do a lot of things. But you got to be careful what choices you decide to make and what choices you decide to put all your energy into. Because here's the problem. A lot of times when we start making choices and we don't really care, we're just kind of doing whatever. Oh, that's not that big a deal. You don't feel the repercussions of it now. Eventually, what happens is that you start feeling the weight of that. It starts creeping up behind you. You're like, oh yeah, remember all those choices you made like 6-7 months ago? And oh yeah, it's right here now. And it feels like a boulder on my back, right? When we have those moments, our problems start appearing greater than the purpose God has for you. And you've got to be very, very careful with that next, okay? The Apostle Paul is going to show us the secret to making the wisest choices we can make as Christians, as followers of Jesus. The most important decision, because what we're going to finish today is joyful. So like, okay, we've been talking about joy. Count it all joy. Don't let that guy rob you of joy. This and that and all that stuff, right? Don't be alone in your joy. Remember we talked about Rizzo last week, right? That he showed up and he destroyed my car and then rebuilt it like a transformer. It was incredible, right? Don't be alone. Don't be isolated, right? Well, today, we just have to make one choice. And when we choose this one thing, you can find joy on a daily basis, no matter the situation. That sounds impossible, George. Just as impossible as it is that somebody actually thinks an Android is a great phone. It's the same idea, same amount of faith that person has, right? It can happen. You can have joy every single day of your life if you make the wisest choice. And in Philippians, it's up on the screen. Here's what it says. Paul says, always be full of joy in the Lord. Well, that's easy to say. I say it again. Rejoice. Let everyone see that you are considerate in all you do. If you want to write that in your notes, considerate in all you do. I'll come back to that later. Remember the Lord is coming soon. And here's like one of the biggest bumper sticker verses that you ever hear, right? Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus. We hear this verse all the time. This is like our super spiritual verse. It's like, hey, I'm praying for your sister. I'm praying for you, okay? So just don't worry about anything. You know, the Bible says don't worry about anything and just pray about everything. And God's peace will be with you. God bless you. And then we walk away. Like we throw it out like it's like, all right, that's all you got to say. But like, honestly, there's a lot more to this than it seems. Before all those verses, he starts talking about very specific things. And one of the first things we got to zone in on if we're going to make this choice is this. We need to start living life like joy is a result rather than a goal. Let me unpack that a little bit, right? There are so many people, maybe some of you here right now, running the rat race. I mean, you are going 5 billion, I'm Cuban, so I can say that. I just exaggerate everything, right? 5 billion miles an hour. You're taking classes, working, this, that, there's stuff at home, boyfriend, girlfriend drama, this and that and that. I mean, just you have like a list. If you can just sit down and unpack your brain, you're thinking and responsible for all of this stuff. You're running, chasing, doing your thing, trying to do good in school. Some things are great. There's nothing wrong with doing good in school. I did horrible in school, obvious. But It's true, but I have an iPhone, so hey. Anyway, so, but there's so many people they're running the rat race trying to find happiness. If I do this, then I do that. The if, when, then, or if, then I, whatever. There's these statements that there are like the when I's and then I's. I'll give you an example. When I graduate school and get a job, then I'll find joy. I won't have to worry about orientation anymore, and tuition, and books that are overpriced, and blah, 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 right? When he or she finally pays attention to me, then I'm going to turn my Mac on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, what's up, girl? You notice me, right? When, then. When God answers this prayer of mine, then I'm going to take him more seriously. It's a dangerous, dangerous statement. The whens and thens, you got to eliminate this out of your vocabulary, right? Because here's what Matthew 6 says. It says, so don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Today's trouble is enough for today. Anybody have enough troubles for today? Anybody in this room? Anybody have any troubles, right? Do you want to worry about the troubles that are coming? That doesn't make any sense. No, of course not, because you got enough on your plate right now, right? So how do you find joy? Well, here's the thing. The problem is this. If we view, that mindset of when this happens, then this is going to happen, if you live your life based on that view, it's going to lead you to a very, very miserable life. Because that is one of the most self-centered views of life that you can possibly have. If this happens, then I'll be happy. If this happens, then I can do this. I'm not going to move until this happens, until this. No, I'm waiting. The Lord can, no. We'll make it all, they're all excuses. And here's the problem. The problem with those is that, if this happens, then I'll find my true joy. I just want to be happy, George. I just want to find joy. How do I find joy? Joy. Guys, the problem is joy was never the goal. Remember, when we first started this series, we talked about that God is interested in isn't really interested in you being happy. He's interested in you being holy, right? We've heard that before. Joy was never the goal. Joy should be the result of wise choices made in your life, right? Not the goal. We have a much better goal that we should be living for every single day. It's not joy. Joy is just one little tiny piece of the puzzle. The fruits of the Spirit, okay, that's one of them. But it shouldn't be what we're just oh my God, I'm going to keep going until I'm happy. You're going to keep going for the rest of your life and miss out on everything that Jesus has for you. I mean, so many amazing things, so much purpose in your life that you're just going to be like, no, but I'm just not there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm not fulfilled yet. I got to find out. You're never going to find it like that. Because that was never